Okay, in this demonstration, what I wanted to do is show you how to transfer a set of paint layers from one object to another. Okay, so what I have here is two heads. The one on the right, I've just done a real quick, just kind of a garbage paint over, just to kind of show the process. And then I have another head here on the left. Now, the one on the right, I brought in, it did not have mapping coordinates. And so when I wanted to paint on it, then it asked me, do I want it to put mapping coordinates? I said yes, and so it put its own mapping coordinates. Now you can see that the way that Mudbox does this, it breaks it down to little bitty tiles. And while this is okay for painting in Mudbox, it's really not conducive to what we want in the end, okay? And really what you should be doing is unwrapping your objects before you bring them in, but sometimes that doesn't happen. So if you get in a situation where you've already done a lot of painting and you like the painting, and how do we transfer that onto a model that does have good mapping coordinates, because this is the one I brought in, and in this one, you can see it's got better mapping coordinates. It's the ears. Not even to mess with unwrapping those yet, but just to show you the point, here's a traditional unwrap that you would do in 3D Max or Maya. And so this one has good mapping coordinates. So how do I get this, information from here to over here? Okay. So the way you do that is you're going to go up here to where it says UV maps, UVs and maps, and we're going to go in here, extract texture maps, and we're going to say new operation. And this window will come up, okay? And you have different things that we can do in here. The one that we're wanting to do is right up here at the top where it says transfer paint layers, okay? And so if we click on that, then you're going to get this window that pops open, okay? Now what you're wanting to do is input your two objects in here, okay? Our target model is what we want the information to go to. So if I go over here and I select this model, I can click add selected, okay? And then I'll put that in there because this is the target model. This is what we want to put our information on. Okay, the source model is where we want to take the information from. Another way to do this is you can just hit add all, which will add everything, and then just remove the one that you don't want. So in other words, this is my good coordinates one. That's where I'm my target. That's where I want to go to. This is my Mudbox coordinates, which is this one, and I want to transfer those. Now, if the topology is the same on both of them, which it is in this case, down here where this says method, instead of using ray casting, we want to go to subdivision, okay? And then it will just look at the topology one-to-one because there's no difference in the topology between these two. It's only the mapping coordinate is different, okay? Now, the rest of this you can keep pretty much as is. I mean, what it's telling you here is same as source. This is the size of the image. So in other words, if we did this as a a 2048 map, then it's going to make this one as a 2048 map, okay? But you can change that if you want to, change the resolution, you can do that. Okay, down here you can choose what layers that you want to transfer. In most cases, it's probably going to be all paint layers, okay? So you're just going to leave it at all paint layers. You can do things like, you can pick layers you want. There's a lot of ways you can do it, but in our case, I just want to transfer both these layers on, everything that I've done. And so I'm ready to go. So you just go down here and hit this extract button. Now you'll have down here at the bottom, you'll see a little measuring that's showing us that it's active and that's doing it. It'll take a few minutes, and according to how many layers you have, how long it's going to take, but it's going to transfer. When it gets finished, you'll see the layers in here, okay? And if I go over here and click on the layers to refresh it, then you'll see it's transferred this paint detail from this one onto this one, but now this one, it's got its mapping coordinates, and so you've been able to transfer the paint layers that you've done on this one, which is neat. That's not the final mapping coordinates that you wanted, and transferring them onto one that does have the final mapping coordinates. Okay, that's how you do it. Thank you very much.